Yes, we are. We have Pastor Chris Patrick and also William Curry from Wings of Life, and a lot of yummy ingredients. Yeah. Now, we've been talking Labor Day weekend. You might be barbecuing. Who knows? Some ribs, maybe some steaks. So how about some chicken?
Yeah. How about it?
You guys are doing something special with some chicken today.
Right. Yes, we are. We're going to do a cranberry and pecan stuffed chicken breast.
Okay, looks good. So what are the ingredients that we're going to need for this?
You're going to need 12 ounces of a regular cornbread stuffing, 6 ounces of a herb stuffing, 1 cup of cranberries dried. You want to soak them in water.
Okay.
Sauteed onion and bell pepper, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, 2 beaten eggs, 4 tablespoons of butter, and 1 cup of pecans.
Okay, seems pretty easy. Now, if you didn't get all that, make sure you log on to fox10tv.com, go to the Studio 10 page, and we're going to have a list of ingredients right there for you so you can make this at home for yourself. Now, what do we need to do first?
First, we want to put our 12 ounces of regular herb stuffing in the bowl. We want to add our cranberries, so I'm adding those.
We're going to let him do all the hard work. Right? All right.
Then we're going to add the sauteed onions, the minced garlic, the beaten eggs, and we have the melted butter, which is 4 tablespoons of melted butter.
All right, looking good so far.
And the end, we're going to have the chopped pecans.
All right.
Now, we don't want to really finely chop these pecans, just a rough chop, so that we have a little crunchiness in the dressing.
Okay.
So we want to incorporate these ingredients.
All right, we're going to let you mix that around a little bit. Want to know, too, about Wings of Life. And tell us a little bit about what you guys do. You're in downtown Mobile.
Right. We're a faith-based organization that reaches out to hurting people. And people who are struggling with alcohol and drug addiction come to us, and we have a 90-day program. In fact, that's how William came to our program over a year ago. Yeah. And though he was a minister and music minister in the church, found himself addicted and came to our program to get help, and of course now he's in charge of our kitchen.
Amen.
But we also have a transition program where people get their job, once they get out of the 90-day program. We have a Bible school, a ministry school, and an outreach program that we go into schools, we go into neighborhoods, high crime areas, high drug infested areas with our guys. These guys go out, we set up our music, we have free giveaways, we cook food, we have jumps for the kids, and then they get to give their testimony. And one of the things I like to do is drug prevention, because some of these kids need to hear where you'll go if you get on drugs, and if you don't reach them young. But it's a whole lot easier to reach them when they're young or youth than when you're trying to get them off when they get older. And so we try to do drug prevention and, of course, help them if they get on drugs.
And how can everyone get in touch with you?
Well, they can, we have a website that maybe y'all can put up, and we also have a phone number. It's 432-5245.
Okay.
And they can call us.
Okay, and we will put that information on our website along with this recipe. So you're going to keep stirring this, make sure this is good and mixed, and then when we come back, we'll start on step 2, and that's going to happen in just a wait. What are you adding over here?
I'm adding some chicken broth just to moisten it a little bit.
Okay, we don't want you to do anything without it, so make sure you don't forget that chicken broth. Then we'll continue the process in a few minutes.
Back in the kitchen with the folks from Wings of Life, we have Pastor Chris Patrick and William Curry. Thanks for joining us this morning, guys.
Thank you.
All right, where are we at in the process of cooking? What are we working on?
Okay, we're in the process now of stuffing the chicken breast.
Okay.
So what we'll need is a boneless, skinless chicken breast. What I've done is just cut a pocket right in the middle of the chicken breast, just enough to stuff the chicken breast. I don't want to cut all the way through so the stuffing doesn't seep out the other side when you bake it.
Very important tip right there. Okay,
so what you want to do is carefully spoon a pretty good portion of the stuffing in the chicken breast. You want to push it down in there so that it gets good and tight.
And this is the stuffing that we made in the first segment if you missed it. Tell the folks what's all in there though.
We have cranberries, pecans, minced garlic, 2 eggs. We have 4 tablespoons of butter and celery.
And it really does smell fantastic in here, like Cherish said.
Okay, once you stuff the chicken breast and you get a good portion of the stuffing in there, what I'm going to do is secure the breast with a toothpick. And you want to make sure that when you take it out of the oven that you take the toothpick out.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a good tip. So I'm going to do that now. Get it good and tight. There you go. Then you want to dredge it in melted butter. Get it good and coated so that the breadcrumbs will stick. And then, excuse me.
Oh, I was just going to say, I like how the stuffing and you have butter in the stuffing and melted butter on the outside. So this is going to be delicious.
Yes. So then you want to dredge it in the panko breadcrumbs. These are lightly seasoned with just a little garlic and onion powder and salt and pepper. You don't want to overwhelm the breadcrumbs because it'll take away from the taste of the stuffing.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got that ready to go, and then once we get those breasts all set and stuffed and good to go, how long are they going to go in the oven for?
You want to put it in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes.
All right.
Until it's about 170. It's really important to check the temperature in the stuffing to make sure it's 170 because you don't want the risk of salmonella because it is chicken and it is stuffing. So.
Right. You want to make sure it is definitely cooked.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure to talk about the outreach programs for Wings of Life. Can you tell the folks about that?
Yeah, one of the outreaches we have is actually out of the kitchen. We cook over 180,000 meals a year to the and feed the homeless along with our residents. And so out of that homeless population, we eventually get people who decide that they want to come into our program because a certain percentage of the homeless are actually addicted themselves. That's why they're homeless. In fact, we had a married couple come out a few years ago that are still volunteering at Wings, and you know, so that's just one of many ways we draw people in. We also go to middle schools and high schools, boys and girls clubs, just neighborhoods where we find out there's a drug infestation or something, and we just go in there and we witness to the people, and we do drug prevention, and you know, try to reach children, youth, and adults, you know, about that. When we wind up getting crack dealers saved, and you know, they come into our program.
Let's talk more about drug prevention and why that's so important to get them early in the next segment. And we're also going to continue cooking this and plate it all up when we come back as well. Cheers.
Welcome back to our kitchen here on Studio 10. It's nice to have you with us this Monday morning. Happy Labor Day, by the way. Hope you have the day off. Now, Pastor Chris Patrick and also William Curry from Wings of Life are here in our kitchen, and they are cooking something good for you if you're looking for something other than barbecue ribs to have tonight, because you're probably at picnics today. Hopefully, you get to do the picnic thing today. So tonight, you want some chicken. You want something different.
Something different.
And that's what this is.
Yes.
It has been smelling so good. It looks so good. And are we about done?
We're about done. What I'm going to do is I've had it in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll take it out and plate it.
Okay, let's see how it turns out, 'cause it's smelling great. Very, very pretty.
Okay. So the chicken breast is just lightly browned and at 170 degrees.
Okay.
So I'll gently plate this here. And what I have accompanying the chicken breast is a sweet potato souffle
Love it.
and a cranberry relish. And I'm just going to garnish the plate with a little cranberries and glazed walnuts.
Oh, that sounds good. It's very fall-esque.
Yes, it is. And I think that what this can do is we're going into the fall.
That's right.
Going into the holiday season.
Yeah.
So instead of stuffing the turkey, if you're having a dinner party, just an individual breast for your guests. I think it's great.
This is great. So we're going to let you finish that up and mention that you guys are from Wings of Life. And you have a big event coming up today. You want to invite everyone out to?
Yes, we're having It Takes a Village community picnic at Municipal Park today, and there's free food, live entertainment, horseback riding, 3-on-3 basketball, sack races, football, toss, water slides, hula hoops, a family event. And even in the midst of all that, with the music, there's a little light testimonies from time to time about how children, you don't need to be on drugs. And so if you have some children, you're worried about them ever getting on drugs or something, they can hear the testimonies of people going, we were there, been there, you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Municipal Park today. What time did you say?
10 o'clock till about 4.
Okay, so there you go. So there's an event if you're looking for something to do today, something else, and also some great food you can make for your family or just yourself tonight. It looks fantastic. Can't wait to taste that. Make sure you get the recipe on the Studio 10 page on fox10tv.com.